do is just take you back up to where you start to transmit in that endless sequence that shows you how you can generate free power, if you like.
Okay. Why not?
Yeah.
I've been writing about this in fiction for years.
Here we are.
Once you get there and you start to get in tune with the music, you transmit your own frequency, not the music frequency. And you'll allow yourself to start to build just like a brilliant star in the infinite, until it reaches a crescendo and blossoms into a massive explosion, if you like, and spreads the energy right across the universe and brings itself back much finer to yourself and recycles again. So if you just focus on your infinite trust, as that infinite trust connects beyond all concepts. Once it connects beyond all concepts, the infinite and the infinite trust is you. And if you take yourself straight up that vertical line from your heart to infinity, you can sit right at the point of infinity and start to feel the music. Start to transmit your own frequency. Allow that frequency to modulate with the music. And build its own essence beyond the infinite. In a beautiful star that grows and glows as your music continues. And allow that star to burst out with its energy, fill the universe. And continue feeding and feeling fine energy come back into this world. And re-meet your being. Allowing it to rebuild. With the perfection of everything you know. And even with the music low, transmission continues. And the cycle continues. And as you continue, your transmission increases in volume and intensity. As the star builds, it bursts into life again. And once again, bathes your whole being with a fine, sparkling energy that excites the cycle once again. And you allow that to continue. And continue to amplify. As it bursts into life once again. And this time, your whole being projects out into the universe. It brings back a universal life force that is so massive that fully supports your body and everyone else's, and builds the solidness within your being beyond anything you could possibly imagine. And that life force responds to the music once again. And projects once again out into the universe to bring back more life force. And the music within you continues to transmit and generate the massive cycle. That develops more life force and more energy to lift your being and create a potential that is way above the field that your being knows at the present time. And now you lift your complete being to that elevated platform that holds the potential beyond anything on this earth. That elevated platform for living becomes a real creation. Where you start the music once again. project to a new start. Of greater colour and greater intensity. Until it explodes into life. And spreads throughout the universe. And comes back to your being once again. To renew and refresh every cell, every energy, every field that you have ever known. And your transmission continues. Initialized by the music. To build that star once again. To the point where it explodes out into the universe. Brings back to you a continuous flow of life force that lifts you once again to a new level of potential and creates a new elevated platform upon which you base your life. And the continuous flow of energy maintains that elevated platform of living. Both here and in other dimensions. And even as the music fades, you continue to transmit and continue to develop life force. And that life force initializes the music within you that continues to transmit no matter what happens around you. And as this cycle continues, every part of your being raises to a point where it is ready to burst through all limitation. And the high potential that you feel suddenly bursts through every barrier. And opens the way to your next level of creativity. A world beyond infinity. On a platform that will never disintegrate. structure of that new universe now becomes your being. That being that has never shown its face in the world before. And as you feel your new being on the elevated platform of living, you feel the massive courage and support within you, and you clearly open your eyes with determination to bring that being into this world without being an effect of any of this world. The energies that you hold project out into the world and melt all questions and all determinations that have been made throughout the world. Leaving a total feedback of harmony in everyone's essence. Harmony in the power that you deliver, and harmony in the thoughts and minds of those who have not yet surpassed their world. Feel the elevated platform and maintain that platform. In the physical world, as a platform beyond standards and beyond consideration, that will hold you and everyone who enters your field in a position that is deep, deep within harmony. And the harmonics of Mother Earth. Hold that position. And bring it to life. In the smile. now controls your destiny. Beautiful. Thank you. If you just sit with the energy for a little, you'll feel one another, a whole new sense. You feel a vibration. That touches each one of you. unique vibration for everyone. You find you're all sitting at a whole different level to where you were before. And when you wake up each morning, you'll feel that vibration and you'll know who you are in a much better way than you have in the past. You'll have a memory of how you elevated your own presence. And you'll feel capability that you never felt before. I won't explain too much more, but all doubt will disappear. All questions will disappear. Not because of anything I did, but because of what you did. You dared to go beyond. And you did. I can feel a whole new energy. And this is what you will play with. And will change all those little hiding spots within your brain.
Little what spots?
Hiding. And it will actually burn out the parts that are held within your body and around you. So don't be surprised if every now and then you feel a hot spot either within you or around you. And it will dissipate gradually so that you can hold your own elevated platform of living. Quite a large elevated platform of living that will change the standards of everything. Right to the physical plane. Because you brought it in, created a solid base for it, and recreated yourself on top of it. The process we went through was very simple. And now you've seen it and felt it. Each step of that you can do in a fraction of a second. Tiny bit of music, and you'll do it really quickly. And you'll elevate yourself to the point where you're buzzing. And everything around you will follow. You've got tremendous abilities. We've just played with one little thing. We can apply that same thing to anything you like. And before long, show it to you physically. Show you how you've physically changed. Not just how the world feels, world feels, but how things in the world will change. Your position in life will change. Your financial position will change. Position amongst society will change. And every venture that you go into will sit at a level that's way above where it has before. Because you dared to do it yourself. No one else could do it for you, not even me. Everything that comes to you individually. Everything you achieve is by your own effort. Doesn't mean you can't use leverage though. So I'm really pleased with what's happened. I'm pleased that all the questions came up even though they weren't spoken. And I'm pleased that all the different opinions popped in so that you can see what's actually trapping you. The very thing you didn't expect is what traps you from moving forward. Anything that goes outside your frame of reference will come back as a question unsaid and it will stop you every step of the way.
And so how not to be stopped?
Throw away your frame of reference and don't build a new one. Your frame of reference or your expectation or your opinion or your belief stops you immediately. And the fact that you know that I can hear you all gets hidden. And I hear everyone's thoughts, feelings, and I know exactly what's happening. Doesn't mean that I have to do anything about it, but I can tell you that that is what stops you all.
That being what?
The questions based on the framework, the opinions
Fair reference.
based on standards, the beliefs and the response to them. Because anything that you believe is useless.
That's for sure.
If you know it, it's fine. That's why I keep saying, you know, you wouldn't go up to somebody and say you believe you've got a front door. Because they'd say, no, I know I've got a front door. So that's your opinion? No, it's not. I've got a front door. You can see how stupid it is to even believe. If you know, good. If you don't know, you don't know. And you say, well, I'll find out when I run into it, or let's go and have a look. You've asked the question, we'll go and have a look. I'll find out if I've got a front door. If I do, then I know I've got one. It's real. It's in our life. Or it's not there, and we go and find out. The other thing to remember is that everything is true, even what you consider a lie. It's just not in the right context or the right place. Or there's a little bit of information missing. It's still true. Let it be there, put it in the right place, and use it. But remember, it doesn't belong to anybody. The only thing that belongs to you is what comes to you directly from your source. And that's why we can all live together perfectly. If the interaction between us has no opinion, and then it can have no consequence. When our information is fed through the right filter, it goes with all qualifiers. It doesn't go with a "do you mean?" and it doesn't go with "so that means," or "in your opinion." It is clear, and there is no variable. And each person will get it in the way they need to get it, so that it is clear to them. It's only when you do it this way, when you try and push it through their field, that it gets distorted. So anything that's coming that way, just look at it and go, it's interference. And it's a way of stealing one another's energy. So everything that's come up tonight has shown you your exact limitations and why you've got them. And you don't have to fix it, you just have to see it. There'll be a vibration behind everything that I've said to you that you can work with. It's a deeper vibration than the one you've been feeling. And it's a real pulse. You feel it come in every now and then. It's a good reminder to relax and let everything run automatic. And observe so that your automatic systems can generate the level you need within your being to do the impossible with ease, and to be able to see beyond the limitations that you've got right now. The brain will say, "What are you talking about?" And that's fine, because it cannot see beyond the limitations. There are other parts of us that go beyond those limitations. Just like knowing if someone's going to come in the door. Like knowing one of your family is not well. Like feeling the vibration is not right. Like getting up and saying, "I'm sorry, but I've got to go." They're all the things that are beyond the brain. They're all set up automatically by us observing. And so to observe that you have a limitation doesn't bring the brain in. If you bring the brain in, it'll tell you, well, there's a reason for that. And you're stuck with it. There is no reason for any limitation of any sort if you want to use the capabilities you have. There is no reason to think anything about anything. If you want to use the capabilities that you have within you. And when you say, well, how do I do that? Smile. Smile at yourself for asking the question. Because it just means you've engaged the brain to tell you that it's okay. You can have the limitation until somebody else gives you the answer. where we've gone, you'll feel in the next few days. And some will feel brilliance and some will feel anger. You can read the measurement of that yourself. We haven't done anything except sat together and said, how do we progress? I think we've all done pretty well. And I think you'll see it, a lot of big results in both directions. And if you need to get back to me about anything, come back to me to connect. The questions about what we've been doing have to disappear. Let's use the transmission that we all know we've got. And if the transmission is stronger when we're in front of one another, that's great. We'll stand around the table, have a laugh and transmit. And allow ourselves to move forward that way. Question time should be over.
Yay!
Hallelujah! Hallelujah! Very good. Thank you, everyone. It's been a brilliant time.
Thank you, Carissa,
Yeah.
for your courage.
Thank you,
Thank you for inviting us, Carissa.
The greatest thrill is to just feel the freedom of you all being open. It's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And I really feel that deeply. It hasn't happened before. Thank you. Don't forget the water. You'll need it this time.